there, Poetry Pals, my name's Josie Alford, welcome back to another video. This week I am taking part in a slam for the first time in 3 years. The slam is tonight. It is currently 8 AM and I'm just going to sort of vlog through my day to show you what I go through on the day of a slam. But first, I literally woke up like this, so I'm gonna shower. Okay, shower done. Here's how today's gonna go. No, I'm not naked, you naturist joiners. I need to work on the poems, but the fact is that these poems are both over 3 years old. One of them's almost 4 years old. But I recently edited them for an online submission, and I want to do the new version. And when I say work on them, I have never actually learnt my poems off by heart. That's not what I do, but it's something that I want to do. So today for the slam, I will have my book in my hand, but I don't want to even look at it. I just want it there to be a comfort, basically. I want it to be all about the poems and the performance. So, first job, print off the latest versions of the poems. Second job, edit this video to get it out on time for tomorrow. Third job, tidy the house. Fourth job, what am I gonna wear? Fifth job, do my face. All of those jobs I am going to do in the 25-minute chunks, like the Pomodoro method. If you haven't heard of this because you haven't watched my study with me videos, there's like a method of studying where you work for 25 minutes and you have a 5-minute break. So that's how I'm going to structure my day, is I'm going to be working for 25 minutes and in the 5-minute break, I will be repeating my poems to myself and practicing them. So that's how today's going to go. This truly does give you a perspective of how small my office is. Okay, printing off poems. Beautiful poem. Beautiful poem. Sophie Shepherd is the host of the slam tonight. She is lush. We love her. She asked us to do some happy poems. I have a couple of happy poems. I just haven't been working on them as much. I've gone through all of my light-hearted ones, and there are a few, but they're not hitting me. This is my first time performing in a really long time, and I think that some of my more light-hearted ones that people sort of like request and stuff, I personally don't think they're that good. And I know people really like them and connect with them, but my plan is to like make them good. I just haven't yet. So we're going for a couple of from my collection about my father dying, and one of them I would argue is quite funny and a bit more light-hearted, and the other one just isn't, but it's really, really good, and it's not explicitly dark, so we'll see. And when I say explicitly dark, I mean it's just about grief and not about trauma as well, which is nice. I mean, grief is a type of trauma, you know, but I've got my two poems. The first one that I'm going to do is called It's Been a Year, and you're actually going to see this later. I will be filming the performance, and that's when you can watch the full poem. So I'm just going to but this is It's Been a Year, and I wrote it on the anniversary of Dad dying, as a sort of like, okay, it's been a year, what do I think? What's going on? Checking in, sort of thing. This one I did have learnt, but I haven't in a while. Oh God, okay, shut up. It's been a year and you are still dead, and I'm still trying to work out how I feel about that. Okay, start again. It has been 807. I could have fixed you anyway. First practice of one poem, done. Next thing, I'm going to set up my camera, I've got to change the battery, and we're going to film the next Pomodoro while I start editing the video that's actually on that camera. The magic of filmmaking.
25 minutes later.
Okay, first 25 minute slot of work done. Time to practice my poems. It's been a year and you are still dead, and I am still trying to work out how I feel about that. You're a fixed you anyway. Oh God, I'm good. Okay, let's practice the other one. Someone complained about me at work. So this poem is actually 3-4 years old, and the reason that I'm editing it is because part 2 of it needed work. This was as a result of feedback with Susanna Evans, whose book I've reviewed on this channel. She's been my mentor in helping me edit this collection. So she helped me with that, and I realised I needed to edit the last part, but I hadn't actually got round to it until now. So while I'm practicing this, I actually ad-libbed the last half of it to add in some more points about it. I actually found ad-libbing it really interesting. It's not something that I've ever done in terms of editing my poems, just sort of talking out loud and letting it flow. Very interesting technique for editing poems, particularly performance poems, and something that I'm definitely going to use as a technique more often in the future. But it did end up feeling quite intense. Whew, that last one was a bit heavy. Tried to ad-lib what I wanted to say. Good thing I recorded it, because I think that was quite good, but it did make me cry, so that's meant to be the more light-hearted one. What the I've realised that going back to video editing straight away was not a good idea, so I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, refocus, find my glasses, and then carry on. I'm going to try the Vernacular of HR again. This is called the Vernacular of Human Resources. Someone complained about me at work. Honestly, my intention was also to be like, oh, look what I'm having for breakfast. But I'm having bloody cookies for breakfast. So this isn't a healthy what I eat in a day vibe. What do I wear? This is all very well and good, this slam thing, but I need to look fabulous. I want to feel really cool because it helps my self-confidence when I look really cool. And then once I've decided what I'm going to wear, then I can do my makeup and finish it off. What do you think? But I've got the only jeans that fit. Or high-waisted, belted number, my husband's t-shirt, the blazer, the hoodie combo, or as I like to call it, 11 from season 2 of Stranger Things look. You know, the bit where she says bitchin'. So here's the thing, right? I haven't slammed in 3 years. I've hosted slams. I used to host Hammer and Tongue Bristol for a number of years. Haven't really taken part in them before. I've won 2 in total. I've taken part in a fair few more than 2. But would you guys be interested in me doing a how to write a slam poem thing? Because I happen to be pals with a lot of amazing slammers who have won, people who regularly win slams, regularly host slams. Would you be interested in that as a video? This is a vlog. I'm not telling you how to slam here. If you want to know, you're going to have to press subscribe, and you're going to have to comment going, yes please, I would like a video on how to write a slam poem. I am feeling ridiculously nervous. Despite the fact that I consider myself a fabulous performer with lots of experience. But I think, partly this pandemic thing, this is my first time in front of a live audience in a little while. My first time slamming in 3 years. There's a weird thing that happened. I don't know if this is the same with every scene. But there's this weird thing that happens, once you start hosting slams, it's weird for you to start taking part in them. Especially in the Bristol scene, it feels sometimes like slams are the realms of the emerging, the newbies. I don't know, I feel like I don't have a book out yet. I feel like I could be still emerging. even though I'm 28. Honestly, the way all these projects out there will go, I can't be emerging. Well, I can for maybe 2 more years until I turn 30, and then that's it. You're either established as a poet or you're not, which is interesting, isn't it? So yeah, a bit nervous, but I know that Sophie, who's hosting, is amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I know the points are not the point, and everyone says this. I don't know if this is a particularly British thing, but it's sort of a little bit frowned upon to say you want to win, but I really want to win. So what you can do, a little bit, it's a bit of an insight into how I feel. It's just so very, very nerve-wracking. I'm going out to Weston in the middle of a bloody petrol crisis. I haven't seen who the judges are promoted, so it might be that it's a random audience vote. I think it's going to, if it is like all of the audience doing it, that's where I might have the disadvantage because I'm not local. So, right, for those of you who, like, maybe I haven't said, this is in Weston Super Mare, which is about a 40-minute drive away from Bristol. I'm not going to be performing in front of anyone I know. The only person I know who's going is Sophie, the host. So, we'll see. I think it's going to be interesting. If there are judges, then maybe I have a okay idea. But then again, if there are judges, they might be locals and they might be more predisposed to pick someone from Weston than someone from Bristol. But as you can tell, I'm totally overthinking it. Right, I'm going to hop off the camera and finish my makeup. I want to listen to my audiobook, not just talk incessantly. God. Okay, I am leaving. I am late, but I am leaving. So it turns out I got there with plenty of time. I was just over panicking about it, and I managed to find a decent parking space, which I know is not that relevant, but if you're travelling to somewhere new for a slam, it's a good idea to work out exactly how you're going to get there and how you're going to get home. And I drove and found parking near the venue. Mwah. So I arrived, and so a couple of my friends were meant to come with me, but the tickets had already sold out. So I arrived, I met the other poets, and they were all really friendly. That's where I learnt that we were going to be performing both poems, one in the first half, one in the second half. The judges were randomly picked from the audience. There were 3 judges, which meant we had scores out of 30. And yeah, so what follows now are my poems. The first one I did was The Vernacular of Human Resources.
Next poet, we have got Josie Alford, wherever she is. Josie? Josie, everyone! By the way, that camera's rolling, so if you can just stand to one side of it.
I'll go outside.
This poem is called The Vernacular of Human Resources. Part 1. Someone complained about me at work. So HR, in its infinite wisdom, insisted that I do a personality strength test in the hopes that I might work better with others. My first strength is strategy. Apparently, I'm good at making decisions. HR asked me if any decision I'd made had turned out less than perfect. Agreeing to this was certainly a mistake, I thought. No, I said. But depends on your philosophical definition of perfection, I added. My second strength is communication. Apparently, I'm good at talking to people, hosting and writing. Honestly, I was pleased. Until, according to the branded laminated flashcards, I can talk too much and don't listen. This is when I stopped listening. My third strength is woo. I shit you not. Apparently, it stands for winning others over. It's manipulation's prettier sister in a dress. According to HR, for me, there are no strangers, only friends I haven't influenced yet. My fourth strength is learner. Apparently, I learn the basic knowledge, but nothing in depth or worth knowing. My fifth strength is activator. Apparently, I start things, but rarely finish. Part 2. I did actually write a part 2. I wanted to make... Anyway, part 2. You taught me how to read the riptide on unfamiliar beaches, how to build fires and spot oncoming weather fronts. You gave me your stubbornness and a sense of humour that has got us both into trouble. You did not intend to give me the fear of men in bars after a few too many beers. I need your advice, Dad, because shockingly, you were the one who always understood this sort of nonsense. Because right now, I'm in a place where I can turn my strengths into reasons why I'm a sociopath, and I need you. I need you to tell me that some HR mumbo-jumbo fuckery pseudoscience made to keep the workforce compliant and productive did not completely sus me. Thank you.
So for that one, I scored a 26 or a 27 out of 30. I cannot remember the exact number, but it was okay. I was a little bit sad I didn't get higher. I happen to really like that poem, but the judges weren't resonating with it, and that's okay. So we had an interval. I got chatting to some more of the poets, I got chatting to some new people, and then we came back for the second half. And for that poem I did It's Been a Year.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
This one is about grief, just a heads up. Happy to talk about it afterwards if you feel like you want to chat. If not, don't worry about it. It's been a year and you are still dead, and I am still trying to work out how I feel about it. It's been 12 months, and since you died, it took me 3 months just to clear out the McDonald's you left in my car. I asked the man I love to marry me. We are no closer to Brexit. I should say this was written in 2018. We planned your funeral. I had 23 panic attacks, and we scattered your ashes. It has been 52 weeks, and I have written an entire poetry collection, took a microscope to the U-shaped hole, picked at the not quite healed scabs just to see what fell out on the page, and made detailed notes. It has been 365 days, and I drink less now, and I barely smoke at all. And I don't miss the tar I poured in my lungs or the booze in my belly. Killing myself softly is socially acceptable. Burning and drowning every night at the pub made me feel alive somehow, even though I know that is what killed you. It has been 8,760 hours, and I still don't know what I think about death or where you might be now. I know that you are not here. I know that the body that was you but is now ash has been scattered at the beach, our beach, right where you hosted my birthday parties. Well-meaning Christians tell me that you are in a better place. But if what they believe is true, then we both know you are not there. Some say you live on in memories, and if they're right, then there must be any number of yous. The way your mother remembers, the way mine chooses to. I would like to think that I have been faithful, correct, in my many renderings. It has been 525,600 minutes, and I miss you. I'm relieved that the shit show is over. I ache that we never had a chance to fix us. But I am beginning to realise I never could have fixed you anyway. Thank you.
And that poem is the reason why I'm really annoyed I didn't film the scores. I'll be honest, I didn't want to film other people too much. I didn't know if people were happy being online, so I didn't film the scores. And I scored 31 out of 30 for that one. I got 2 10s and an 11. Clearly they resonated with that one, and I got a little bit emotional after receiving that score. It was nice to have my poems so well received.
You were waiting for, but you were also waiting for another moment. And it's to announce the winner of the first ever Rhyme Against the Tide Poetry Slam. And I'm going to reveal third places and second places as well, just for fun. So, oh my god. Yeah, drum roll. Okay, so third place is Jada McDill. Well done, Jada. And in second place, drum roll. We had Josie Alford in second place. Beautiful poems. And finally, big drum roll please, the winner of our winner is Malcolm Rogers! Malcolm, come on, I need you. It's quite heavy. There we go. And hold it up, Malcolm. You're the winner. Yeah.
So I ended up coming second, and I finished off my drink, I said goodbye to people, and I ended up driving Tommy home. So Tommy Gillow, I used to host Hammer and Tongue with. She is a poet, and an amazing one at that. I will link to her stuff down below. And we got chatting for a very long time, and it meant that I was very tired when I got home and filmed this clip. I had loads of fun. Being back on stage was amazing, and it was so much fun. Like, everyone there was super lovely. All of the other poets were really nice. It was a very well packed out little cafe in Weston, and yeah, I came second. I scored 31 out of 30 in my second poem. I had loads of fun, and I'm really glad I went. And I just want to say a huge shout out to Sophie Shepherd and Culture Weston, who have put together a fantastic event. Am I upset I didn't win? Yeah. I'm not even gonna, like, too many people were like, oh, no, it's not about the points. But, you know, kind of about the points. So that's it for this week's video, a vlog on my first slam in 3 years. Let me know what you think about the vlog content. Please comment down below if you want to see more of that. I absolutely can. Maybe I'll make a little series of entering different slams and rating them. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you want me to do some more of my like how-to videos on performance poetry and specifically slams, please comment down below. Yes, I would like to see performance poetry, please. And yeah, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week about all things poetry and some things that aren't. Please make sure you like this video and turn on notifications. These sorts of engagement really help small creators like me get found. And while we're on the subject, why don't you follow me on social media? I am at Josie Alford Poet on all the things. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next week. Bye.